Mission number 1. Get the dye. Steps to get the dye. Chop up the red cabbage, and then put the cabbage with some water. Boil the water in the cabbage, leave it there for 30 minutes, and then you've got your dye. So here I have 1/4 of a red cabbage chopped up inside of a pot with water. The original instructions asked for half a cabbage, but that seemed to be a bit much, as you can see. But basically, we're gonna be boiling the water with the cabbage, and after about 30 minutes, it should extract all of the color from the red cabbage, and we should be left with a bunch of red cabbage and also some natural red purplish dye. So we'll see what happens in 30 minutes. Time lapse. Alright, so it's been 15 minutes now, and let's check on the dye. Oh my god, it's steaming. Alright, so you can see the dye, the water's turned purple. The cabbage seems to have, like, lost a bunch of its color. But, yeah, it seems like it's working. Let's check on it in another 15 minutes. Alright, so it's been another 15 minutes, 30 minutes in total. Let's check on the dye. Oh, would you look at that? It's steaming again, and it looks like, yep, the dye is still purple. So, I think it might have, like, turned a bit more purple, I guess, because the longer you leave it inside of the pot, it should, like, rip away more of the color from the red cabbage. Actually, you know what? I could check the color. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna grab a spoon. Here we are. I have a ladle, and we're gonna dip it into there and see what color it is. Oh, yeah. Would you look at that? The color is purple. Actually, it's more of like a radish color, you know? I don't know, but yeah, it's that. So I would say that's a success. So next, we have to strain it and just have the dye left. Yeah. I'm just gonna dry off the ladle. Alright, next part. Let's go. Mission number 1.1. Strain the dye. Alright, so here I have a strainer, and I'm just gonna take the pot from the stove. Oh, it's heavy. Alright. Oh god. Give me a second. Alright, here we go. I have the pot now, and I'm gonna pour it into the strainer, and then we're going to see. Okay, I'm afraid not to. I'm trying not to spill any of the dye. Oh god. Alright, here. Okay, let's. Oh no, okay. Alright, I'm gonna pour the dye now. Let's go. Alright. Yes, so the red cabbage pieces, or the chunks, are separating from the dye. We want the dye, not the red cabbage chunks. I'll probably eat that later. Oh god, okay. And here you can see, if I had used half of the cabbage, then it probably would have been a very bad idea because it would have overflowed on the strainer. But now we have the dye, steaming hot red cabbage dye, fresh. So now we're gonna go ahead and add stuff to this dye and see if we can make other colors. Add to the dye. mission number 2. First, we have to add white vinegar and the dye. Alright, so here I have a cup, and I also have the dye and the vinegar and some white vinegar. And basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking that white vinegar and adding it to this dye. So first let's pour it into the cup. Naturally I might need a bit more. I don't know. Alright, that should be good enough. Now let's get a spoon and scoop up some of this white vinegar and add it to the dye. Let's only get a tiny bit. Alright, that looks good. Let's pour it into the thing now. Just trying not to spill any. Alright, 3, 2, 1, let's go. See, I think it's turning a bit lighter. Actually, I'm going to take another spoon and put it in. This time maybe a bit more. Let's do this. Oh! And would you look at that? The dye turned like a lot lighter now. It's turning almost like red. That's very fascinating. Originally, it's purple. Actually, let me show you. You can compare the new dye, the dye we just created. Look, it's like almost like red. And now you can look at the old dye, the dye we added in. It looks purple. So you can see, yes, it turned a lot lighter. That's very interesting. Anyways, next experiment. Number 2, baking soda and dye. Alright, so I have another beaker here. And this time I'm going to add baking soda, which I have here. Just regular baking soda. And I'm going to take the dye I have here. And I'm just going to pour it into here. Very carefully. Alright, that should be enough. Let's add the baking soda now. Let's try to open it. Alright, let's dump some out. That's kind of hard. Try not to add too much because it might overpower the thing. Okay, we're getting some out. Okay, that's okay. It doesn't seem to be changing much. Maybe I have to add more. Here we go. Come on. Get out. Alright. Some baking soda. Alright, I think that... okay, I've added a lot. Doesn't seem to be changing much. Maybe I need to add a bit more? The instructions didn't ask for this much, but... maybe I need to mix it. Hold on, let me get a spoon. Let's mix it. Whoa! As soon as I started mixing it, look, it started turning green. Or like blue. Look at this. It's blue. You can see the color shining from the silverware. And then you can look at the original. So you can see the color that we just made. It looks sort of blue. And then you can see the original color. It's like reddish purple. Wow, that's so cool. So baking soda turns it bluish. Or maybe, it kind of looks like turquoise. Anyways, next we're going to get lemon juice. That's going to be next. Alright, next up, lemon juice and the dye. Alright, so let's put the previous experiment aside. Now I have this cup, and I have the dye, and I'm going to be taking this lemon juice, which I just got out of the fridge, and I'm just going to add it to the dye. So first I need to, well, of course, like pour the dye into the cup. It might be a bit hard for you guys to see because the cup is not transparent. Let's add a bit more actually because I have a lot of dye. And I'm just going to take this lemon juice, need to open it. Alright, there we go. And I'm just going to put a few drops inside and see what happens. One, two, three. Is that enough? I think so. I think it's turning a bit lighter. Let's mix it around because it might be like the baking soda experiment. Maybe add a bit more, I suppose. The change doesn't seem to be that large yet. Just keep mixing. Huh, I think it's turning a bit lighter. I don't know, let me put the spoon aside first. Anyways, I'm gonna grab the camera. I'm gonna show you inside. Give me a second, this thing's gonna... Alright. Look inside. So, you can see, hold on, I need to align the camera properly. Yeah, it's turning a bit red, similar to the white vinegar experiment. It appears to be turning a bit lighter. And then you can compare it to the previous one. It's purple, red, and purple. Yeah, so basically that's it. Alright, next up, finally, water and dye. So here I have my beaker where it has the dye inside. The dye is made out of red cabbage, as you've seen before. And I'm just going to grab a spoon and put some tap water in it. And I'm just going to pour it inside. Alright, so here we have the water. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh shoot, it splattered a bunch. To be honest, I don't think anything's going to happen. Let's mix it around. It doesn't seem to be doing much. Let's dry it off. I think, let me just get another spoon of tap water. Try not to spill it. Right, here we are. Another spoonful of water. Let's add it. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Let's mix it around. Nah, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Looks relatively the same, to be completely honest. I think the dye didn't change much because, well, the dye itself is actually just water. It just extracted probably a bunch of the color from the red cabbage, so I don't think adding water to water will change anything about the water. So yeah, so that's the experiment. So next, I'm gonna be painting a picture with these 4 different dyes that I've created or added to. So yeah, we'll see that momentarily. Alright, next up, draw a picture with the dye. Mission number 3. Alright, so here I have a flower template which I drew with a pencil, just a regular old pencil, and I have my dyes here. I have put them into these containers, and you can see they've actually turned into more different colors. I've left them out for about a day. So here I have purple, and here the middle one, instead of being blue, it actually turned kind of yellow, which is kind of weird, but yeah, that happened. And the other ones are just pink. Alright, so basically I'm going to be taking those dyes, and I'm going to be painting this flower with them. So enjoy this time lapse of me painting it. Time lapse. Alright, so here I have the finished product. As you can see, well, the thing actually didn't really turn out that well. It does have like a bit of color to it, but just that the colors aren't very vibrant, to say the least. As you can see, the bottom part, it's green. I figured out midway that you can take the yellow and the purple dyes to mix together and make green. And I honestly did not use up that much of the dye, so I'm gonna have to dump that out, which sucks. And you can see also the flower. I didn't actually add that much color detail to it. It's just sort of purple. And I also around the flower, I used the lighter pink colors, just those, to make some sort of background, I guess. And throughout the entire thing, the paper was getting very soggy and wet, so I had to take paper towels and wipe it down. So you can see here I have a paper towel, toilet paper actually, and because of all of that, the paper was actually getting very dirty. So yeah, but besides that, I think it turned out kind of okay, I guess. But with all that aside, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!